mindset of the team right now?
Just reminding everybody it's not the end of the road. You know, we got a lot of ball left, like you said. So we're just making sure that we keep the main thing, like Coach Mason says.
What did you guys do on Saturday? This past Saturday?
I mean, it was technically an off day, but you know, I don't really have off days, so I was here rehabbing, watching film, and getting a little bit extra work in.
What about you?
Yeah, similar. Watched a lot of football. Hung out. Not too much of anything, so.
Did you watch the LSU game?
I did, yeah.
What did you think?
I was very, similar team as they are usually. Big, fast, good defense, good offensive line. You know, we got a gamer for a quarterback who's, go down, wins games, and good at the wide receiver. Good, very solid all around. Good team.
Drew, you guys don't have a sack yet. How surprised are you by that, and how does that change?
We just gotta keep working, I think. Those kind of things, like we talk about all the time, those turnovers will come in bunches, and you just gotta keep working and really working your craft and making sure in practice you're very detail oriented in like your movements and what you want to do and where you want to get to. So you just keep working, and those things will come. I don't think it's something like to necessarily focus on, like to think about. You just play the game and rush and try to get the quarterback. When it happens, it happens, and if not, you try to affect his throws, get your hands up, and do different things that might take him out of his game. So just gotta keep working.
Jared?
You'll probably see a lot of Grant Delpit, obviously an All-American. Is that something you've thought about leading up to this game, or is it just kind of any opponent's the same?
Well, I mean, anytime you get to play future NFL players, it's a little bit more, I guess, impactful. But again, it's the SEC, so I'm seeing dudes that are going to be playing in the NFL every week. But I mean, he's a good player, very special.
As far as Turner's Heroes, I asked Coach Mason a second ago about a lot of times coaches will promote a cause like that, they'll talk about that sort of thing. He's putting up $25,000 to get that jump started. What does that say to you guys about your coach that he's doing that?
I mean, I've told him like 1,000 times. It doesn't tell me anything that I didn't already know. He's my absolute dude. I could go on and on basically about how much I love Coach Mason, but I'll just leave it at he's a great guy.
Yeah, I agree. I don't feel as if you see that from too many other coaches across the country. Well, like then again, you don't see this situation too often. But I think it's just a testament to who he is as a person. And also, I think it has a lot has to do with who Turner was as well. I think that's a guy to be able to put money up for just because of his not necessarily on the field stuff, but just his how he approached life and how he approached every day. I think for us as a team is a good way to go about things. You have to attack every day, and you can't take yourself or some situations too seriously. And you have to enjoy everything you're doing. So for Coach Mason as a person, I think it just shows who he is. And like Pink said, we already knew that. So.
Jared, you played the same position as Turner, so you spent a lot of time with him, I'm sure, in meetings and things like that. How tough has that been to deal with, and what kind of things do you think of when you still think about Turner?
Well, mainly just his resilience to be able to continue to come to meetings and go to practice and do the mundane things that come with football while dealing with this life-changing condition that ultimately took his life. But I don't know.
Pink, you said 0-2 wasn't the end of the world. 10 games left, and y'all have to know and look at the schedule and know that 2 top 5 teams are in the first 3 games, and there aren't top 5 teams the rest of the schedule. Do you look at that, and is that some reality to you that it is a long season, there are wins to get?
Oh, say that one more time.
Maybe the best 2 teams on your schedule is in the first 3 games. Does that give you some perspective about it being a long season? There are a lot of wins to get.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, you just remember back a couple years ago, we were talking about this earlier in the locker room when we had like Alabama, Kansas State, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, like a 5-week span, and we only won one of those games. And I think you can draw from that experience just to let guys know that it's more. It's how you play throughout the stretch rather than at the beginning, the middle of the end. You got to put consistent football together the entire time through. And don't get lost in, results, don't get lost on little things and, one play here, one play there. You gotta make sure it's consistent, good work.
For a team that didn't have very many penalties at all last year, what do you think has happened in the first 2 games this year?
It doesn't matter.
I mean, it's just, all of us, we gotta work on our discipline, and it starts at the top with our leadership, so, and not Coach Mason, because he's definitely on top of the discipline. I'm talking about like us, my leadership and all the other older guys on the team, so, it's more about making sure we're jogging off the field every time we practice, making sure our shirts are tucked in, making sure we got the proper gear on, making sure, if we're supposed to be aligned at 2 yards, we're aligned at 2 yards, and little things, because that's what happens with discipline.
Has it surprised y'all to see that though, given how they've gone before?
I think a little bit, yeah. Especially some of these pre-snap penalties for us is like, we have to be better than that. Things happen in the plays where, plays happen, your hands, you grab this, things will happen. But the pre-snap ones, we have to be better. Really, like Pink said, discipline. Like you can't jump off sides. You have to watch the ball, watch your man. Like you can't move before that happens. So I think, yeah, discipline's a big thing, and it's a little surprising, but it's definitely something we can fix and easily fixable. So I think how we're gonna get better from that and learn from those situations. So
One more question, guys. Gentlemen, thank